The Minnesota Lynx have lost a key player this season. The only thing is, when it comes to Dorcas Yuaz, is that Jessica Shepard took a year out and has improved and is better than Dorcas Yuaz. Jessica Shepard is the perfect bench player. The perfect bench player to have. Like the top bench player. But Dorcas Yuaz was getting better and better last season. And this is a big loss for this team because, again, if you guys didn't see how she was getting on, like she was playing like big minutes in the playoffs last year. She was playing big minutes in the playoffs. Like, she was putting up... I know she started a lot more games in her rookie year, but it was on a bad team. She was putting up 5 points per game in 16 minutes per game, which is really good stats for a backup. Especially backing up a player as good as Alana Smith. And she's coming off an unbelievable year overseas. Like, Dorcas Yuaz was... I'm pretty sure she was all EuroLeague second team. And there have been plenty of, like, very high-level players that played in EuroLeague, especially at that big position. And I thought she was going to be on track to being one of the top backup bigs in the W. To be fair, Jessica Shepard coming in is an upgrade. It is an upgrade. But things become really interesting for the Minnesota Lynx now with Dorcas Yuaz gone, because they have to make a choice. They have to make a choice when it comes to cutting players, whether they want to go with 12 or want to go with 11. So, the Minnesota Lynx right now, after losing Yuaz, have got, as far as I'm aware, they have 13 players left. Like, Aubrey Griffin obviously is not going to be on the team. But they have 13 players left. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah. So they have 13 players. And they can only... If they want to go out with 12, they have to cut one of Elisa Peely or Grace Berger. They're going to have to cut one or the other. And for me, I'm taking the 5'11 point guard over the 5'11 center. Just my opinion. Just my opinion. I'm taking the 5'11 point guard over the 5'11 center. That's just my opinion. And there's like, what, a year difference in age? And in fairness, both of them were high first round picks. But they can go with 11. If they would have to cut Badian and Kosu, which I don't see them doing that, because they can't just cut Kosu and go 12, or they can't cut Badian and go 12, because I think Anastasia Kosu is like, she's one of those players. She's 19, or she just turned 20 actually. She could be a really high level player in 3 years. She's not ready now. I think everybody knew she wasn't ready right now. Like, a lot of people, including myself, wanted the Fever to get her so that the Fever could stash her. And if the Fever stashed her, it would have been all good because, you know, it wouldn't have made too much of a difference because she wasn't beyond the team. She can go back, play overseas somewhere other than Russia, and she could ball out there and work on her game. However, Badian's the best of all of them. Like, Badian is a high-level pro. What age is she now? She is a 30-year-old high-level pro who's going to come in and help this team. Can shoot the ball, can play the 4, can play the 5, and she can be a really nice backup. A really, really nice backup. Because Diamond Miller is starting to look really good in preseason. But, and obviously you're not getting rid of Jessica Shepard. But for me, it's probably going to be between Peely and Grace Berger. And I don't know which one they're going to take. Because, like, neither of them, well, not even neither of them. Grace Berger might serve a purpose because they do have the highest paid backup point guard in the WNBA in Tisha Heidemann. They have, Mariah Jefferson is. They have the second highest paid backup point guard in the WNBA in Heidemann. So, for Grace Berger, there's not going to be too many minutes. The backup shooting guard is Carly Samuelson, so there's not going to be too many minutes. But the backup point guard, or power forward, is Badian and Jessica Shepard. The two of them are kind of backup 4-5s to Alana Smith because they can all kind of play with each other in the way their system is. So, Peely's going to be on end of the bench as well. And I don't know, I'm taking a 5'11 guard over a 5'11 big any day. Like, I don't understand why. And I mean, if the Fever let Grace Berger go, if the Lynx let Grace Berger go, Indiana, she's better than Colson. But the Dorcas Yuaz thing makes things a little bit easier for them. If Dorcas Yuaz was actually in the squad, there's a 0% chance that what's her name? That Lisa Peely makes squad. Peely's a replacement for Maisha Hines-Allen. I'm pretty sure Jessica Shepard is a replacement for Maisha Hines-Allen, who's 100 times better than Lisa Peely. Like, Peely cannot guard anybody. She can shoot the three. She can't really rebound. She can't guard. Like, you might as well throw Carly Samuelson at center or at power forward. You might as well. Because at least there's like something that she'll bring. But it's between one of the two of them, between Berger and Lisa Peely, because they're not going to get rid of Badian. And they're definitely not going to want to just allow Anastasia Kosu go wherever she wants. Because if Anastasia Kosu has like, not all-star potential, but she has like Gabby Williams potential. If she develops some sort of a three ball, which she wasn't really allowed to shoot overseas, she has Gabby Williams potential. And it's hard to find Gabby Williams, to be honest. Fever front office sucks. Badian fits perfectly. The Fever front office did not go to... they didn't go overseas at all. They didn't look overseas at all. Like, I think Janelle Salone would have been a great pickup. Or even over Natasha Howard. Like, Badian over Natasha Howard might have been the move. But, like, they went with proven commodities. They didn't take any risks. They were so risk averse. And I always found that a little bit weird because I'm like, you're like, you can win this year, but like, this isn't considered your year. You should probably try to be a little bit less risk averse, but they were extremely risk averse. Like, I liked the Dewana Bonner pickup. And the Natasha Howard pickup. In fairness, Natasha Howard is much better than Alyssa Smith. They're the same player, but she's much better. Like, Natasha Howard looked okay defensively. She's rebounded well. She's athletic. In fairness, she can score more of those moves than Alyssa Smith. Is she a black hole? 100%. 100% we are looking at her as a black hole. But at the end of the day, like, she can still get buckets. She can still put the ball in the basket, which is half the work if we're being honest. Like, there's a lot of tough things that like that Natasha Howard does. She's a really good tough shot maker. And in fairness, Alyssa Smith's a good tough shot maker too. Just not to the level of Natasha Howard. She's not as fast, she's not as sharp. She's not as good on defense, even though Natasha Howard's not as good as she used to be. It's going to be a really interesting one. But, yeah, the Fever thing in Europe doesn't exist. I mean, it's something. But for the Lynx, Dorcas Yuaz, it's weird. Like, I actually don't know how much Dorcas Yuaz would have played with Jessica Shepard. But, like, if Dorcas Yuaz comes back, like, with the season that she had overseas and how well she's playing in EuroLeague, like, you are looking at Dorcas Yuaz as somebody that might come in maybe a year, 2 years, and be the eventual replacement for Alana Smith. That is the level that she's at. But the thing is, Alana Smith's not like old either. Like, Alana Smith, she's my age, isn't she? I'm pretty sure she's my age. Yeah, she is like 2 weeks older than me. So, she's not that old. You guys might think I'm old, but, you know, not that old. And then Dorcas Yuaz obviously is a really good player there, but it's mad when it comes to the WNBA how much talent there is and how few spots there are, because Yuaz is a really, really good player. And even if she tried to go back to the Lynx, it would be hard to see her getting much of a rotation spot because of who they picked up in Jessica Shepard, or getting Jessica Shepard back. Either way, though, like an absolutely huge loss for the Lynx, and especially if one of their players goes down, this can make a big difference.